What is good, YouTube man? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fantastic 4th of July weekend. Shout out to everybody who's in the building. Appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. I know this is a family day. I want you guys to get back to your family. So we're going to get this done and dusted. We're going to get this through. We're going to get this film study cracking. And I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend. But shout out to everybody who's already pulled up. We got Justin, we got Carlos, we got Chowder. Blazing was good. Raider LG was good. And as you can see by the title and thumbnail, man, it is Duron Harmon time. Is this our starting strong safety next to Trayvon Merrick? We'll learn a little bit more about him. Now, something to look at. He's got a nickname. It's the closer. And the reason why is because, when he was with New England, he has some history of closing out some games with some crucial interceptions. So that's what we're going to look at today. We're not going to look at his interceptions, but we're going to go over his most recent film. So that's what we're going to do. Shout out to everybody who's pulled up. We got Kyle. We got I Am the Bay. King Gibby in the building. Dylan, Danny, Bearded, SVT, my brother, OG was good. Yeah, we got people up in here. So you know what? Like I said, I'm gonna get you guys in and out so you guys can get back to the family, spend good quality family time. So without further ado, you guys, Greg, Dave was popping. Without further ado, you guys, let's get into the film. Now, as you can see, let me take this down right here so you can see a little bit better. Where is it at? We'll take that off and we'll get cracking. So look, as you can see on the screen here, you got Mr. Duron Harmon, 21, wearing number 21. He's at the deep high safety spot. Now, first thing we're gonna look at, right? This is second down. They're in the red zone. And Duron Harmon's going to do a good play here. What he's going to do is that he's going to see Trevor Lawrence step up into the pocket, try and make a play to an in-breaking route, and he's going to take the route away. He's going to take the route away. So I want you to look at number 21 here, Duron Harmon. You'll see him read the play, in-breaking route right here by Laviska Shenault. See how fast he drops down into that, and boom, it goes away. Trevor Lawrence has to throw a bad pass, but a good play nonetheless by Mr. Duron Harmon. Again, you see him, sees the in-breaking route, comes down to it, basically now has this guy sandwiched in between two players. Trevor Lawrence has nowhere to go, and it's a fantastic start to the film session. Now, let's go down here. And next up on this list, I got us another play. And in this one, he's going to be in the box, and he's going to try and take away some intermediate routes away from Trevor Lawrence. So you'll see that they use him in many different ways. You see that he was just at a free safety spot, post safety. Then he comes down. This is Duron Harmon, kind of playing that strong safety sub linebacker look, right? So what he's going to do, there's going to be a lot of routes getting pushed into the middle of the field. He's just going to nicely move, flip his hips, make sure that nothing's here, gets his eyes on Laviska Shenault, realizes that there's a guy coming next to him. Nothing there for Trevor Lawrence to throw the ball there in the intermediate routes underneath. Trevor Lawrence has to take a check down pass, and it just doesn't work. So again, he's offering versatility off the bat. We just saw a play where he was at the deep high post safety. Now he comes in, takes away nice intermediate routes, takes away Laviska Shenault, takes away their outside receiver right here. Absolutely nowhere to go. Again, just a good coverage play by him. Forces the quarterback to throw away from his side. And then you'll see it again from a better angle. You'll see Duron Harmon, number 21 right here. You'll see how he's just simply scanning the field, making sure that nothing in front of him is getting caught. And it does a good job. Again, you've seen it twice already. Takes away a good spot. Now, what did I just say? Versatility, right? Well, guess what? He's back at the post safety, and he's going to make a big play. He's going to make a big play. So you got Duron Harmon here. He's about 17 yards off the ball, and they got a heavy set here. They only got two receivers lined up, so they got a lot of people lined up in the box. Duron Harmon right here at the top of your screen. He's going to offer that versatility back in the post safety or free safety. And again, Trevor Lawrence is going to try and take a deep shot. He shows his range, and boom, he's there for the interception. Good job by Duron Harmon to show off the range, show off, good versatility, right? I mean, this is a guy that's 31 years old and he's able to make this play, sprint over to the sideline, does a good job, gets the interception. Great job by Duron Harmon. Now, I mean, that's just one way to look at it, right? He's good in coverage, he's good in the box. Can he get physical? Yes, he can get physical. And in this game, you're going to see lots and lots of tackles by Duron Harmon and good, clean tackles. So, first up, you're going to see Duron Harmon right here. I'm circling him with my mouse. As we all know, the Bills have Stephon Diggs. This is a great number one receiver that they got. So they're going to use Duron Harmon to bracket him. As you can see right here, it looks like a two high safety set. If you're the quarterback, your first instinct is to say, okay, this may be a cover two. But what they're going to do is that this corner down here is actually going to play the flat, and Duron Harmon is actually going to play the deep third out here. So it's a little bit of a rotation. This safety is going to play the deep third. That corner is going to play the outside third. So they use a little bit of a disguise with a cover two look. But again, Duron Harmon in bracketing Stephon Diggs has nowhere to go. Two guys just taking him completely out of the play, which is something that we should study, right? Because we have some good receivers in our division. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, maybe not at the caliber of a Stephon Diggs, but still nonetheless very good, talented receivers. So we want to know that our safety can come down, bracket a guy, make sure that he has nowhere to go. And that's exactly what he did on this play. They have to go elsewhere. What do you mean there's no sound or audio? You can't hear me? You can't hear me, Ron? If you mean there's no game audio, well, yeah, there's no game audio. It's a film study. Yeah, there's no game audio. You don't have game audio on a film session. But yes, like I said, this is used to be bracketed. Good job, good play by Mr. Duron Harmon. Now, next up on this, we got another good job by Duron Harmon. This time, he's going to do well in the scramble drill, right? This is very important. We need to plaster when there's quarterback scrambling. We have Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes all in this division. So the plaster drill, scramble drill is very, very important. So you'll see Duron Harmon almost getting a pick because of how good he does on this scramble drill. So here's Duron Harmon on the top of your screen here. I'm circling him with the mouse. Does a good job. He comes down again, following the scramble drill, following the eyes of the quarterback, and just in position to make that play, and he tips the ball, almost gets an interception. But I really like that play. I really, really like that play. We'll watch it over in full again. You'll see Duron Harmon right here. Scramble drill, does a good job plastering to the closest guy, almost gets his hand on the ball, does a good job nonetheless. Great job by Duron Harmon on the scramble drill. And you'll see it better from this angle. He's kind of cut off right here, but if you could see my mouse, this is where he's at, number 21. He's going to follow all across the field with Josh Allen, make sure that nobody's there. And that was a close one. Good job by Duron Harmon. Now, like I said, he can also get down, get physical. He's not afraid of any contact. So you'll see in this play, he's the alley defender. He's the safety. He's gonna make a good play, come downhill, get a good tackle, forcing the other team. I think it was a third down play. So yes, good tackle nonetheless. Gets help on the inside. So we'll see. Have you ever thought about working for Raider Nation Radio 920 in Vegas, bro? Bro, like we don't have enough real Raider fans. We need to be inspired to listen to it. I never actually thought about that. No, I never actually thought about it. Never came to my mind. But again, you'll see a good tackle in the alley, gets physical. Deion Jones gets impact. Good job. Not allowing them to get into the end zone there. Now, next up on this list, let's go right over here. Right over here. Bingo. So on this play, what you're going to see is that the Bills are going to try some trickery. And again, he's at the post high. He's at the free safety spot, the deep high spot. He's going to see some trickery happen, and immediately he's going to recognize it, and he's going to take away the biggest threat, right? On these trickery spots, you want to make sure that you don't give up a big play. So you'll see the running back go right behind Josh Allen and get a free lane to the end zone. But Mr. Duron Harmon sees it, takes that away. Instead, it gets stopped for no gain. Good job by Duron Harmon to read the biggest threat. You'll see Singletary try and go all the way up the field into the back of the end zone. But Duron Harmon, he reads it and he stays on it, forces no gain. Good job. Good job again by Duron Harmon to see the biggest threat on the trick play, allows his linebackers, allows his defensive linemen to get back there and get the stop on the free runner. So good job again. I really like to see that kind of stuff. Just shows discipline, smart alignment assignment football. I love that. Now on this one, again, this is the time. We seen him go on a scramble drill last time, and he was this close to an interception. Well, this time he'll get his interception. This time, again, deep high right here. Scramble drill. He's gonna plaster. He's gonna go. Okay, Josh Allen is running. Tip drill, pick. I like that. I like that, man. As a safety, and shout out to whoever it was in the comment section saying that some of his picks are off of tip passes, and that's true. That is true. But in my opinion, for a safety, you do have to work on the tip drill, right? Because the cornerback isn't always going to get the interception. So in this case, linebacker tips it up. He takes advantage of the play. He makes something happen, right? He makes something happen. And as a safety's job, he's supposed to be around the ball at all times. So that's a good job by him to be around the ball on the scramble drill, again, making sure that he's following the quarterback's eyes, in a position to make a play, and he does. That's another pick on the season. Those are both of his interceptions. Now, we know he can ball hawk. We know he could get a pick here and there, but does he have that instinct to to come down and take the deep threat from the box? And in fact, he does. And I'm going to show you this right here. He'll take away the deep threat with ease on this play from inside the box. So take a look at this next play. You'll see Duron Harmon inside the box at this point, lined up against their slot receiver. I believe that's Gabriel Davis. And again, he's going to run stride for stride, take him all the way downfield. Does a good job there. Nowhere to go. They have to go check down. Good play. I mean, they get at least to an interception, right? At least to an interception. So again, you'll see Duron Harmon here. He's going to ride, pause. He's going to take all his guy all the way out of the play. Nowhere to go. What does that make Josh Allen do? Josh Allen now has to look to the closest guy, and he does, but it ends up being a pick. So that's a very good job. That's an underrated thing. Just taking away your man, taking your man out of the play. As a safety, sometimes you're not going to see a lot of action. But when you're not getting called on, when you're not getting picked on, that's a good thing about being a safety. It shows that you're doing your job. And you can see him running downfield, stride for side. I think that is Gabriel Davis. And it leads to an interception. At the end of the day, all that matters is that the safety is doing their job. You would love a playmaker, but in my opinion, I feel like we're going to have that this year with the guy like Trayvon Merrick. So this will be Trayvon Merrick's partner in crime. He's going to do the dirty work. He's going to be the guy that when we put Trayvon Merrick down in the box to cover a slot receiver or put him on a tight end, Duron Harmon can do his job over the top. Duron Harmon will make sure that nothing goes over the head, over the top of the defense. And he's going to allow Trayvon Merrick to play more free. Last year, Trayvon Merrick played that role, and he did good, but he was out of the play too much. He didn't get put in a position to really get his hands on the ball. So having a guy like Duron Harmon that we know he could do his job week in and week out, it's going to allow our other players to do the same thing and make plays. Now, on this play, right here, Duron Harmon, you're going to see him come down and make a nice tackle. Again, it's another alley tackle, comes downhill. That's a one-on-one. He had no help that time. You'll see him lined up right here, comes down in the alley, makes a good tackle in the box. gets off the first blocker. Good tackle, great play. Now, you may say, well, that's a receiver. That's a receiver. Anybody could tackle a receiver, right? Okay, let me tell you this. Not everybody can tackle the 6'4", 260-pound Josh Allen. But I'll tell you who can. I'll tell you who can. The Raiders' new safety, Duron Harmon, he could do it one-on-one with no help. He could do it one-on-one with no help. So let me show you Duron Harmon one-on-one. One-on-one. Yes, facts, LV. Facts. So you got Duron Harmon again down here near the fuck near the receiver, and boom, gets that tackle. Josh Allen going nowhere. Nowhere. I like that. I love that, man. Duron Harmon right here. I'm circling him on the screen. Comes downhill, gets a nice tackle on Josh Allen. Boom. That's good form. Attack the hips. I love that. One-on-one. One-on-one. Now, the last play I want to show you guys, much like in last week's film session where we saw Anthony Averett take away two options. Well, that's exactly what Duron Harmon is going to do. He's going to come down in the box. He's going to take away options, two options on this play, allowing the quarterback to have to check the ball down. So this is Duron Harmon. You'll see Duron Harmon right here. What he's going to do, he's going to come down, make sure that their outside receiver is getting helped by his outside corner. I do believe that's AJ Terrell. And then he's going to take away the underneath route so that Josh Allen has nowhere to go. So you'll see, boom, he helps on this first receiver, lets his outside corner go into his deep third. What he's then going to do, he's going to see, I believe that's Cole Beasley or actually I think that may be their tight end. After that, he's going to come pressuring downhill, making sure that nothing is going underneath. Josh Allen is forced to take a shot, and it doesn't work. At the end of the day, he's doing his job, and that's all we can ask. So, do we have a superstar signing with Duron Harmon? No, but what I'll tell you is that we have a guy that'll know the scheme. We have a guy that is intelligent. We have a guy that'll do his job week in, week out on every single play. And that's very, very important. And I really was happy and surprised with how well and how consistent he played. I did think and I did know that he was known, from New England days, getting a lot of good interceptions to finish out games. But something that's underrated about his game, he's consistently doing his job. Very rarely does he make a mistake that makes a big play happen. And I'm very happy that we picked him up. I think that he will complement Mr. Trayvon Merrick a lot. I really, really, really think that we will have a good safety tandem there. At the end of the day, the strong safety group, the competition is there. Whoever wants it, you can go get it. That's what I think. Now, I see a couple people talking about Rakia Sin. Listen, that was one of my first film studies, Dave. I already made that film study. OG, I already made that film study. It is on the channel. If you go to my film study playlist, it's on the playlist of the channel. Me and Wasted, we both did we looked at every single one of his plays against the Las Vegas Raiders, and he had a good game. So that film study is already on the channel. If you want to go check that out, it's in the playlist section. It's in the playlist section of the channel. We also have a Bilal Nichols film study. And if you guys are new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button. We try and do these film studies week in and week out every Sunday for you guys until we get some Raiders football, man. And we're getting close. We are getting very, very close, man. Hell yeah, LV. Shout out to my brother Ray the Tape. He actually sent me this. So shout out to my brother, man. But everybody, please have a safe rest of your weekend. Have a wonderful, wonderful time with your family. Yeah. Rest up. Get ready for Tuesday because a lot of us going back to work. But that's how it is, man. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for pulling up. And again, stay safe. I love you guys. And I'm out. Peace.
Welcome to the Death Star. where our opponent's dreams come to die.